So today I just wanted to chill, I don't want to make a video that bad, but at the same time I want to grind out content for you guys. So I am, but for the most part, for the beginning, after I came home from school, I just chilled, played Battlefield, listened to some random YouTube videos, to make myself feel less lonely. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but when I, play video games, I want to have some kind of like YouTube video or some kind of song playing in the background. Because it just feels so awkward being super silent and all you can hear is like your controller moving and like the analog sticks and stuff. It's just mad awkward like that, and it just feels so weird. But yeah, so I look up my general YouTube tips and tricks how to grow on YouTube 2016, because that's usually what I watch. I don't really pay attention to most of the tips because they're usually the same recycled, bottled up tips again. But I just like to watch that because what else would I would be watching, and that may actually end up helping me one day, watching all of those YouTube tips and tricks videos. And yeah, so I watched this one, and it's like one of the best ways to grow your YouTube channel is by a series. And it's like he said it was like a TV show, and I can get that in a way because when you watch your first episode of the TV show, you want to watch all the rest of the episodes so you're caught up. In the same way series would work like that. And I said, is there a way I can make a series? And it's kind of what I'm already doing, but like a bit different this series. And this new series is going to be called Commentary Discussion. Now, what is this new series? It's basically my normal commentaries minus life stories. Life stories won't be a part of this, obviously, because it won't be much of a discussion. It will just be me telling you guys about my life. But commentary discussion is when I will be, discussing a topic in the most, funny or on topic or motivational or just the best comment on that video will be featured at the beginning of next episode's, commentary discussion episode before the intro. So that's how this is going to work. So you might be asking, what's going to be the discussion for the first episode of commentary discussion? The first episode of commentary discussions, discussion is going to be why video games are better than books. And you might be asking, well, that's actually a pretty good topic, so I don't know what you might be asking. Okay, I'm just a fucking idiot, man. I'm just going to start off by saying, books are not as good as video games for, this one big reason. That is, video games are almost like an extension to books. I consider video games like the extension to books. Like, books are all about imagination and, creating your own story and somebody else reading it. And video games are exactly like that. They're like pretty much the exact same, except instead of reading it, you're playing the story. You're seeing the story one-on-one. You're going through it. You're doing the story yourself. And that's what I think why video games are better than books. Because, if you think about it, a video game is like basically a book with a screen, and you get to see, the book's words instead of having to imagine it, you see it in your own hands. And I know that can be like a con in a way because imagination is, a great tool, and when you see everything, your imagination could probably imagine way cooler things if you just imagined COD. Like, you could probably imagine, like, I'm sure all of you guys are imagining Infinite Warfare way different than it's actually gonna be, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, imagination is a great tool and a terrible tool at the same time. So it could be a con, it could be a pro, but in my opinion, video games are better than books just because of the fact that it's like an extension. You play it, but you get to like one-on-one experience. You get to see what's happening. And in a book, you could always wonder, like, how would I have reacted? And maybe, it's like, if you're playing multiplayer, especially this, aspect comes in. It's like, if the story talks about, the main character turning to this side and crouching, you would have been like, what would I have done in that situation? And video games are exactly what you would have done in that situation. Maybe you wouldn't go to the side and crouch. Maybe you would just charge in, shoot the guy in the chest, and keep going. It's like your own story. It's like your own book that you play out. And I mean, at the same time, it's like you won't have the same imagination as somebody else, and that's why books are so special. But also, in a way, it's like harder to relate to people in a way. But I don't know, they both have their own equal pros and cons, but in my opinion, I just think video games are better. Anyways, guys, you guys enjoyed this short, episode of CD or commentary discussion. Make sure to leave a like, comment below, a funny, on topic, motivational comment, something like that, and hope that your comment gets featured in the beginning of next episode. It has been your boy, GORLAN, and GORLAN out.